Today's show is brought to you in part by Trimino, protein-infused water. It's not your ordinary water. It's way better. It's my drink. It should be yours, too. And also by Dr. Lawrence Miller, world-renowned internist and pulmonologist, specializing in aesthetics and so much more. His goal, to help his patients obtain the look they have always dreamed of.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
If you need me, call me, no matter.
Hello, friends. You're listening to What's Up with Wendy. Today's show, The Crime That Changed America. I personally will never forget on July 27th, 1981, when the news broke all over the world of John Walsh's 6-year-old son, Adam, who was abducted from a Florida mall and found weeks later. Before this, there were no Amber Alerts. There were no missing kids on milk cartons. Fueled by grief, Walsh and his wife, Rave, led efforts to raise awareness about abduction and establish the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Take a listen to Adam's story.
But the most explosive and most publicized case centered around the kidnapping, torture, and beheading of a wide-eyed, freckle-faced little boy named Adam Walsh.
I always say if you could order the son out of a catalog, that would be the little boy you would order. And I loved him more than anything in the world.
John Walsh and his wife, Reve, have replayed that day over and over. One moment, Adam is playing video games at a Sears store. The next minute, he's gone. Vanished. There were shoppers all around, even a security guard. It was the middle of the day, yet no one really saw much of anything.
Unfortunately, none of them panned out, and we really don't think we have a good, solid witness that saw what happened to Adam.
The sun went down, the store closed, and Adam was nowhere to be found.
Reve put signs all over the car. Adam, we're still looking for you. Adam, please stay here, anything. And, you know, when nightfall came, it was unbearable because now it wasn't light out anymore. And that's when the harsh reality comes in that your things are not going the right way. It's unbearable.
A massive search was launched. Helicopters looked from above, while friends of the Walshes, even strangers, walked through fields, combed the area, hoping for a sign or a clue. But none came.
We'd appreciate anyone with any information about him or have seen him or think they saw him to please call the Hollywood Police.
Where was Adam? It would be a while before this man would say he knew where Adam was, and the others too. Was it possible? Could one man be the common thread between all these murders?
Today is National Missing Children's Day. Nearly 500,000 children are reported missing in 2017. Joining me to talk about and learn about safety tips to protect our children, the son of John Walsh from America's Most Wanted, Callahan Walsh, will be joining me. He is the child advocate for National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And also, I'm going to be talking to, fresh off of his freshman year from Syracuse University, Daniel Laputra. Since I have a senior, we're going to be talking all about what you need to know. Yep, there we go. There's that orange. There's that Syracuse song. We're going to be talking about all you need to know about college. I have 1,000 million questions for him about what it's like the first year, what you need in your dorm, what you don't need in your dorm, and so on. But first, 6 years ago, the viral video Golden Loves Guitar garnered almost 14 million views, forever changing the path of my guest's life today. Fresh off season 14 of NBC's hit star-making show, The Voice. Oh, I love this song. I love this voice. I love this guy.
It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right.
Drew Cole is here. Welcome to my show, Drew. Oh, my God, your voice, that song, I can't stand it.
Hi, Wendy. Thank you so much for having me. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm going to play that song over and over and over again just to hear your voice.
Man in the Mirror. Yes, that's one of my favorite jams of all time, and I was really grateful to have sung it in front of America, so that was great.
You made it your own, for sure. I mean, it was just okay. So the blind audition, you performed "Sex and Candy." Adam turned around almost immediately, followed by Blake. I don't even know how you remained, how your composure was stayed the way it was when that happened.
Yeah, it was a test for sure. And I mean, the environment that is the Voice. I mean, that's a very intimidating stage, and you see the backs of 4 chairs, and you don't see their faces, but you know who's sitting in them. So, yeah, it was just a groundbreaking experience for me. Never had experienced anything like that in my life so far. That was definitely the biggest gig I've played. So, just really grateful to have been there and to have that opportunity. So,
and even in that moment, like that, just to have that moment. I mean, Adam turned. It was like you were barely get going, and then you had to keep going, and it was just a magical. It was just one moment you'll never forget in your life. Why Adam?
I mean, I definitely, I going into it, I didn't know the guy personally, of course, but just musically speaking, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Maroon 5, and he's a guitar player, and I just think in terms of kind of what we share musically was most similar. So that was kind of the reason why going into it, I was even kind of foreshadowing that if I got a chair turn from Adam, I'd love to work with Adam. And, in that moment, you're right. I mean, he was the first one to hit his button and turn around and show me some love. So I think it was a pretty clear decision for me to go with Adam. And, of course, to have Blake turn around too felt amazing. And that was kind of the cherry on top, and then I had the decision to make in that moment, who to go with, and Adam was my guy. So
what were they like? What was from start to finish, and why The Voice? How did that all happen for you?
Yeah, so I mean, I had actually auditioned for The Voice 2 times previously. One time when I was living in Connecticut. I'm from a Richfield, Connecticut native.
I know. We're going to talk. You're going to be at the Richfield Playhouse. We'll get to all that. I know.
Yeah, no worries. So I had auditioned actually in New York before, and didn't pan out then. And then down the road, like I've been in LA for about three and a half years now. And when I first moved to LA, I came and I auditioned for The Voice again. And then I got not necessarily discouraged, but I just was focusing on other things. And then they kind of swung back around and said, "Hey, we'd love to have you come audition for The Voice again." And I was like, sure, let's do it, and the stars aligned, this third time around, and they were kind of really digging what I did, and I think I was ready for the moment too, and yeah, I just went for it and just fully committed to the experience, and it definitely rode the wave a bit longer than I even thought. It's like, all right, let's audition, let's have a good experience, and then I got selected for a blind audition and moved in through there, and then ended up being top 24, sang on live TV 2 times, and it was
amazing.
Yeah, it was truly great experience for me.
And was Adam so nice? Was he like what you think he's going to be?
Yeah, definitely. He's one of the dudes, and he's very supportive of the decisions that you make as an artist. There wasn't really any pushback in terms of kind of my vision aligning with his. And I was like, hey, I don't want to play guitar on this one. He goes, don't play guitar. It's cool. It was it was much more open-ended than I thought,
Right.
And for that reason, I really felt comfortable, around him and working with him. And when he would sit in on rehearsals, he would have just really, really great. He's got a great ear musically. I mean, of course, he's a pro, but it goes beyond kind of him as his own brand. He really gives great critiquing that you can really take and carry with you beyond the show. So.
If you just tuned in, I'm talking to Drew Cole, fresh off the season 14 of The Voice. He's going to be at the Ridgefield Playhouse, his hometown, on June 29th at 7:30. For tickets, you can call 438-5795. How awesome is that going to feel to bring it all home?
Oh, my gosh. Full circle. Talk about coming full circle. I mean,
wow.
This is the homecoming show. This is a venue, the Richfield Playhouse is a venue that I grew up watching some of my favorite bands play in, and here I am, years later, coming back trying to sell it out, and I have support from Dylan Hardigan, who was also top 24 on The Voice, and he was my roommate for that last little stint. So I get to reconnect with him and see a lot of people I haven't seen in a very long time. A lot of
You're going to have so much love. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, and the Richfield, it's such a great place. It's going to be that's like amazing. How did you decide what songs to pick to sing?
We actually give them, like our repertoire kind of early on, and kind of collaboratively you pick songs, but it's that's like a really kind of one of the more intense decisions to make, in those moments, because song choice is so important. How it reads in that moment, and what it means to you, and how much you can connect with it, and then connect with the audience through your connection with the song.
Right.
So yeah, in those moments, I mean, you just got to kind of commit. You pick a song, and if everyone's in agreement, then you move forward with it, and you just kind of you give it your all, and hope it lands, and rehearse it, and just find a deeper connection with it. Rather than like, hey, I'm covering a song, like, I don't know, in a bar with my band. It's like you got to take it way beyond that, on an emotional level and on a performance standard level. So the show really taught me, like, kind of how to be a professional, and how to really make the songs land, and make them powerful and meaningful.
So I want to start back from a little bit from the beginning, Drew. When did it all start for you, for music and singing and guitar and everything else?
Yeah, so my dad, there were always guitars laying around the house, and my dad is like a hobbyist guitar player. And pretty much I was very infatuated with the instrument. I mean, my dad is, one of my biggest inspirations. I mean, he's helped me kind of grow into who I am, and I really looked up to him, and when I saw him playing the guitar, I was like, I want to do that,
Aww.
So when I kind of was able to, I got big enough to physically, like, handle a guitar, I started strumming on it, and he taught me 12-bar blues, and then I kind of took it, it was instant love, my connection with the guitar, and then that was around 6th grade. I started playing, and then I instantly started joining bands, and I played with the same guys, in Richfield High School, the same 4 guys in Richfield High School.
Amazing.
All the way through senior year. Played in Battle of the Bands. My buddy Richie Hume fronted that band, and he was more the singer, and, my singing kind of took a backseat to guitar, and then, towards, when I went to University of Connecticut, and that's when I really started to kind of, as I was studying economics, believe it or not, I started to kind of blossom as a singer, and then that brought us to, my sophomore year of college, where I'm really deeply set into the music at this point, and I had some success on the YouTube front with the dog video, and it just got really inspired through that, and connected with some people, and then found the LA connection, and
there you have it.
I'm milling over it. I'm trying to give you the
I get it. That's okay, Drew. Yeah. And you declined the opportunity to study at the Berklee College of Music.
Yeah, I auditioned there my sophomore year for for voice and music business, and I just kind of evaluated that decision after I got in, and I crunched the numbers after spending essentially a year and a half studying economics, and I promised myself that I'm gonna decline this offer, knowing that just when I graduate from here with my economics degree, I'm going to move out to LA. And that's exactly what I did. I made that promise to myself.
And you kept it.
And I stand by that decision to this day. So happy, really happy.
I think you made the right decision. And I read that you described your musical journey as a piece of yourself, giving a piece of yourself away. I love that.
You're sharing these little tidbits of your life and your experiences through your original songs, and you're kind of imparting that on everyone else, and hoping that they can find a connection with that. And it's kind of an intimate experience, writing a song, having it be yours, and then at that point you got to kind of give it away, and that's the point where you release the song. So. Yeah, I mean, I'm a songwriter, and I love writing songs. So
where do you get your inspiration for that? Everyday life, or?
Yeah, there are some songs where you can kind of use your imagination a little bit, but the root of them are your life experience and the journey that you've traveled and how you've navigated your life, and you definitely got to inject those experiences into songs, because that's, I think, the most powerful songs, I think, come from real experiences. So it's different every time. It's hard to be like,
what a journey you've been on so far. Unbelievable. If you just I'm talking to Drew Cole, fresh off season 14 of The Voice. And also he's going to be at the Ridgefield Playhouse live on June 29th. He's bringing it all home. So what can we expect to see at the Ridgefield Playhouse? What's going to be, can you tell us what some of your songs are?
Yeah. So I'm going to be playing with my trio. So I'll have a drummer with me, and I'll have my keyboard player who also plays bass with his left hand. It's going to be a really special evening. I'm bringing out, probably a few of the songs that I sang on The Voice, and my entire original repertoire will also be going on, and it's just going to be such a special evening. I mean, truly, I cannot tell you how excited I am for this.
Oh my God!
And
I can't even believe how lucky you are.
Yeah, I feel very lucky. I do feel very lucky. It's going to be awesome.
So what would you tell somebody out there, some little kid that's out there saying, I want to do what Drew Cole did? What would you tell them?
Practice a lot. Garner your ability and hone in on it and work on your craft. And then from there, when it comes time to maybe start songwriting, or if you're already songwriting, I don't know, it's going to sound a little tacky, but, the best version of yourself is your honest self, and you need to really just wear your heart on your sleeve to an extent, but you can't do that too much, or else you'll break down. But
no, I think to be your honest self. That's really good advice.
Because that's the best version of you, and you just got to go all in on who you are truly, and don't stop doing that, because if you're hiding behind something, it'll never work out. So
what's next for Drew Cole?
What's next? Going to continue to release songs. Trying to get a single out actually within probably the next 3 weeks. Get that out, and that'll kind of almost align with the June 29th evening at the Ridgefield Playhouse. So yeah, gonna get on the road here, see some old friends, and put some songs out, and then work towards a full album and a full tour, maybe opening up for someone, or the goals are, I think, coming alive, and the dreams are coming alive. So really happy to be here.
I see big things for you, Drew Cole. He's going to be at the Ridgefield Playhouse live, his hometown, June 29th at 7:30 p.m. For tickets, call 438-5795. I look forward to feeling all that energy that you're going to have, and all the energy that everyone's going to have for you on June 29th. That's such a big moment for you, such a full circle moment. You're such a nice guy. Wish you all the best. I look forward to seeing big things.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
We'll be right back. Joining me next is Callahan Walsh. Today is National Missing Children's Day. Nearly 500,000 children were reported missing in 2017. He's going to be joining me to talk about safety tips you need to protect your child. Amazing what him and his father and his mom have done in memory of Adam. Adam lives on in all of us. We'll be right back. You're listening to What's Up with Wendy.
Thinking about it all day, and I hope you feel the same way, yeah, 'cause I want you back.
Did you hear the news? The official drink of my show, Trimino Protein-Infused Water, has 3 new all-natural flavors. You have to try Trimino Citrus, Raspberry Limeade, and my favorite, Orchard. Now available at Stop & Shop, Big Y, and on Amazon. Each with 7 grams of whey protein, no sugar, no carbs, no fat, and only 28 calories. I love them. Trimino Protein-Infused Water is my drink, and it should be your drink too. Protein never tasted so good. World-renowned internist and pulmonologist, Dr. Lawrence Miller,
Come on down to our new office and check out all the exciting new treatments that we have. The largest array of the most modern lasers and technology available in Westchester County, and I'm always on the cutting edge of what's new and hot. So come on down and see how I could bring out the best in you. Follow me on Twitter at Dr. Larry_Miller. And I'm so happy to be part of What's Up with Wendy.
Dr. Lawrence Miller, the official doctor of my show.
From the WGCH Weather Center.
Mostly sunny for today, warmer.